Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to play standard on Magic Online featuring Esper Oculus. So this is the deck that I've been working on this past RC season. I seriously consider it for the actual RC, but you know, faced some inconsistencies, faced some problems with prowess, so I'm just putting it all out there. But still, you know, the deck is so cool, and I'm going into details a little bit later. But before I do that, I have other exciting news. So, as a member of Team Worldly Council, I'm now sponsored by Heavy Play, and you may enjoy a 10% off of their products on their website heavyplay.com with our code WORLDLY. So here we have it. Of course, I'm going to put all the links down below if you're watching it on YouTube. And also, if you're watching it on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the like button. It would help me a lot. And all of you in chat on Twitch, same thing. If you're not following already, please hit that button. It would mean a lot to me, and I appreciate you all. Hello everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, so back to the deck. If you've been following me for a while now, you know that I have a special place in my heart for this particular card, the Horned Oculus. I've had a lot of success with it, both in standard and in modern, and I really wanted to make it work this season. So I played around it. Here, of course, we have some very cool additions from Lorwyn, Moonshadow, and Emptiness. Also, like no new cards here, so no turtle cards. But there may be two cards that you could include in this deck. One is Does Machines. This is enchantment. And another one is, I believe it's called Leonardo's Technique. So Leonardo's Technique, yes, it is a sorcery for 4 mana, or you can cast it for its sneak cost of 2. Return 1 or 2 target creature cards, each with mana value 3 or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. Seems like a very good, very strong addition to the deck. And Does Machines. It is maybe not as straightforward, but you can also add some artifacts, maybe like Lantern main deck, to profit more from the card. So what does it do? So it does Machine for 2 mana. Enchantment: when this class enters, mill 2 cards, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, which seems, you know, perfect for this particular deck. Then level 2, when this class becomes level 2, return up to 2 target artifact cards from your graveyard to your hand, which, you know, I guess you can just play it as is for 2 mana for that particular effect for the deck, but of course you probably want to benefit from it more. That's why I was saying about adding some artifacts main deck, but it's gonna be a very different build from what I am going to showcase here. And level 3, at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 3+1/+1 counters on target artifact you control. Which, you know, level 3 is probably irrelevant altogether, but I mean, still. Right. So, the deck. The main appeal of it is that you can actually put your Oculus on the battlefield on your turn too, and this is like a modern level of gameplay thanks to Gran. That's why I feature like 4 copies of Gran here. Also, I'm just going to talk a little bit about some interesting synergies here. So Moonshadow now. First of all, if you have Oculus on the battlefield and you manifest Dread Moonshadow, you just leave it for 1 mana and it enters without any counters, obviously. So it just, you know, for 1 mana you get your 7/7 with manas, which is really neat. Another cool synergy with Likeness Looter. So Likeness Looter is a great card. Honestly, it's pretty busted in this particular shell. The only problem is that it is quite vulnerable because it is a 1/1 creature for 2 mana, right? But it does everything. So it loots, so you draw a card and then discard a card, put in your Oculus in your graveyard, or even Moonshadow. And then this creature becomes a copy of target creature card in your graveyard with a mana value X, So it becomes a copy of a creature in the graveyard, meaning that, for example, if you have Oculus in your graveyard, you can make Looter become an Oculus and then reanimate Oculus because Oculus still remains in the graveyard. Just Looter becomes an Oculus. Also, another fun synergies with Moonshadow, because if you copy Moonshadow, you have a 7/7 flying menace creature, which, you know, has won me a lot of games actually. So this like Moonshadow, Likeness Looter, Oculus thing, I find it very, very neat. You know, it can be very powerful for sure. And the rest is pretty standard. So I feel like in this kind of deck, you want to have interaction. So I have here Recruiting Hacks and Knife Trick. You can probably split it, but just, you know, Recruiting Hacks is just such a good card. But Knife Trick, again, helps you with that turn 2 Oculus plan. Bitter Triumph, great removal, and also you can discard your Oculus if you need it into your graveyard, and so on. So Overlord of the Veil Merc, I've tried different variations and was toying around, like started from 1 copy and now I ended up with 4 copies of it just because it is so good, you know. It adds resilience to the deck, of course, and also quite synergetic with Emptiness, because to be honest, you rarely cast it for 6 mana. You just evoke it one way or another, and this brings a great recursion. Another piece of interaction is 3 copies of Spell Pierce, because I found that Oculus and all of your busted creatures, so to speak, are quite vulnerable, you know? So you need to protect them either from a bounce spell or from a removal spell. Well, removal, maybe you don't care that much about removal, but for example, Prowess matchup is very difficult just because they have so many bounce spells and they're just super fast. So we're gonna try that. 23 lands. I'm pretty happy with the mana base. In the sideboard, let's talk a little bit about sideboard. We do have Cthulhu's Flanker and Cathar Commando. Both of these creatures, they serve different purposes. So Cathar Commando is essentially your disenchant, and Cthulhu's Flanker is your graveyard hate. And why creatures and not Soul Guided Lantern, for example, is because you can bring them back all over again with Emptiness or Help in Hand. That's like the thing. Also, like Overlord of the Veil Merc, same thing, you can just bring it back. Sim Reap is just so good. One of the best interaction spells in the format. Deals with post-board Grave Hate, and just, you know, it is so universal good. It is your removal spell, it is your Grave Hate removal, and it's just so good against Lessons in particular. Annul, you know, we have to respect Lessons and we have to respect Mono Green. Disdainful Stroke for the same reason, Mono Green and just any kind of control deck. Quantum Riddler is our alternative sideboard plan. So if we face a lot of Grave Hate, we just, you know, trim our graveyard interaction and add Riddlers. And here we have it, Miasmic Mist against any aggro deck basically, and Duress again against control. So here we have it. Let's take it for a spin. I haven't played it 2-3 weeks since I've discarded it, so I'm curious to see how the actual metagame shifted here on Magic Online. So let's play League. Standard League, Esper I, let's go. All right. Yes, please. Let's play first. Sorry. Are we? Okay. What do we have? Huh. This is interesting. 3 overlords is not great. But since we're going first, I guess it's okay. I don't think that we need to drop Fountain on tap, to be honest. Oh. Some sort of aggro here. And some. Yep. Okay. Some sort of aggro now. I think start with Overlord because Looter doesn't do anything right now. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So next turn, actually, can cast Looter. We could, you know, we could leave actually Moonshadow in the graveyard, so we could cast Looter and copy Moonshadow on the same turn. But I don't know. Maybe we became too greedy here. So. Oh my god. Okay, perfect. Perfect. What can we do now as... I mean, clearly, we're going to bring back Oculus. I'm just thinking... Yeah, let's cast Moonshadow. So we're going to grow Moonshadow. And... we have access to Spell Pierce as well. Okay. Aggro is a good matchup for us. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. On that, we cannot count. What I was saying, like honestly, voice of victory. Yeah, we cannot counter anything. Yeah, the plan was good until it wasn't. I need to wake up. All right. Guess it's just, you know, Likeness Looter again doesn't do much, unfortunately. As for now, at least. Okay. Spring Penguin. Let's cast her. We're just going to pass. We don't have bounce, otherwise it would be good. So there was a version when I played bounce off, because it is a pretty cool synergy that you can bounce off your manifest creature, and if it's a non-permanent, it's kind of useful. Okay, it's getting scary now. The next turn they will be able to destroy the Oculus. We have Oculus. We can bring back Oculus so we can cast it next turn, sure. Maybe black. Just passing. What's that? Oh, it is this goblin creature, okay. Have in the graveyard, just like this looter. Oh, let's cast the eye. A bit scary, I'm not gonna lie, but first Overlord will be active now. We'll have 2 more creatures. Okay, yes, this was probably too much. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, it felt a little bit awkward because, especially like with Likeness Looter, I probably should have brought back just Oculus when I first cast this Overlord, so I could, you know, cast and turn 2 Likeness Looter and copy Moonshadow from the graveyard, and here we have it. I would have a 7/7 Flying Menace creature. Yeah, it felt a little bit off this game, not gonna lie. I don't think I navigated it correctly. So let's add Miasmic Mist. We're playing against Aggro, so let's add more interaction, more cheap interaction, always helps. Now Spell Pierce, we can get rid of those because, hey, Voice of Victory. What else do we want? Like, more removal. Because, mind that Emptiness also serves as removal, but I think we can, like, trim maybe Overlord and leave it like that. Ooh, no black swords, but we do have Gran and we do have Seam Reap. The problem is that if they have a removal to Gran, then it's gonna be bad. Let's roll, you know. Oof. No lands at all. Nice. Alright. To be fair, this is a very good hand, but it is a 5-card starting hand. So, could ditch Start in Town, and I think Moonshadow, because we're gonna start with Gran followed up by Overlord of the Baelmerk, and we need to have that help in hand as well. Yes, I quite agree. Honestly, aggro seems quite favorable. Just, you know, your normal aggro and not prowess. Prowess is probably the worst matchup. And lessons actually, when I was testing it out, it also felt quite difficult. That's why just discarded the deck altogether in the end. Ooh, rest in peace. Alright. It's a good thing that we have Sea Reap. That's why I need Sea Reaps. It's more difficult, not gonna lie, to navigate with closed deck lists, because with open deck lists, you know exactly the amount of Grave Hate your opponent has. So yeah, that kind of wrecks our plan and our starting hand. But at least no pressure. Gran lives. So I'll take it. That's unfortunate. No, I need interaction, please. Oh, that's good. That is actually good. So, I'm just going to... Doesn't matter. Triggers like that. Maybe I need to ditch out the hand and honestly the kill Gran. Yeah. I just hope to draw that Sim Reap into Rest in Peace, and then I could do the thing. Hopefully. It's tough. I think just same thing. They have 2 cards in hand still. But I mean, what else is there? All the wrong cards, huh? That was multi-5 though. Well, I need to attack and find something. Ooh, that's good actually. All right, Oculus. Blackness Looter again doesn't do anything. Well, let's cast it still. I'm just thinking, Still have 2 cards. And we need to sit on Bitter Triumph, but we're at a reasonable amount of life right now. Otherwise, I never cast it. Oof. Okay. Ouch. Okay, so it works with non-combat damage. At least there's that. Okay. Well, took 6 damage this turn. Finally! Finally. I feel like it has to go to rest in peace, though. I don't want to take 3 damage, so I think I'll have to discard Overlord, Belmerk. How does it work? So when it's a land, you transform it for 3 and tap. Only if red sources dealt 4 or more non-combat damage this turn. Sorcery, they have 1 card left. I feel like I just passed the turn. I could also activate Likeness Looter. To be fair, I feel like I have to do it now. Because I'm not blocking with Looter. Let's do it now. Okay. Right, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I will still have to discard Overlord. Just because it's a legendary creature. I'll have to cast Bitter Triumph to O'Hara O'Neill in response to anything. Okay, now's the time. Let's discard a card. Okay, this is getting uncomfortable. I need to find an answer to Raphael. Ooh. Well. Okay, well, Simri is not hurting that much, at least. Okay. We need to find something ASAP. Okay. Stack with green. Cannot be a land. I mean, if I shock myself and copy Overlord of Baelmerk, I would just die from Raphael's triggers. I mean, I'm dead if I don't draw anything relevant. Okay. All right. Let's just add Riddlers. Probably. Oculus, Trim Oculus, Star Commando. Okay, something like that. What do I have here? It's okay. It's good, actually. We do have Hex, Overlord of the Baelmerk, so it's a keep for sure. What kind of one drops we may expect? The headliner. What else is there? It's just the problem is that I will have to shock myself twice, which is not great. But ideally I would, yeah, oh, here we have it, you know, called it. Oh, this is good. All right, I guess we could wait, you know. Let's just then hex it. We'll drop this as... Okay, we have double. It has to be black, probably. We don't... Do we need double blue? Probably not, but double black we most likely need. Okay. Well, let's just, yeah. It's kind of unfortunate. I had to shock myself. Now I feel like I've lost a turn. Mm-hmm. Nothing. Okay, and then just hex it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, at least we're at 20, you know? It's turn 3 and we're at 20. Okay, not anymore. Nothing I can do here. Because they have... Oh my god, okay. Now it's just too many of likeness litters. Let's activate. I don't need that. Okay, let's cast another turn. At this point, we don't need help in hand. Scran. Let's cast her. Okay. This is just such an unfortunate self-mill, you know, from the Overlord. Okay, they didn't want to proceed. Apparently they didn't have anything else, and Overlord of the Balemerc would get them eventually. It was such a weird game though. I drew all of the likeness looters, which are ultimately not great against something like Boros or MonoR, because again, it's just a 1/1 creature for 2 mana. But if you have support for it, if you have Oculus or Moonshadow in your graveyard, then it is a totally different situation. Just, yeah, it's kind of awkward. So yeah, I do really hope that this deck will sometimes become competitive viable. For now, it's just a fun deck. So I'm curious to explore it with new cards. But Death Machines, again, I feel like it's gonna be a very different deck altogether. But Leonardo's technique is pretty neat to integrate, maybe even in this particular version. At the same time, Help in Hand, you know, Help in Hand is just, you know, 1 mana spell, so efficient. You don't need like any of the sneak action. Okay, what do we have here? This is a weird hand. We play first. We do have a lot of interaction, but we do not have any action. I think I want to move this hand, you know? Ugh. No. Just one Watery Grave. Well then. Okay. Send back Oculus. Man, maybe Moonshadow, you know? So we have like this. Oh, red. Mountain. That's good. So we do have a clear plan, at least in our hand. We do not have any card advantage, unfortunately. But yeah, okay. and be countered. Alright, so here we go. Next turn, Oculus. Bina94, Bina94. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but appreciate your raid. Hello, hello, welcome raiders. Okay, MonoR, huh? Alright, let's do this. Discard a card. Yes. Still need that. Alright. It's a multiply. At least it worked. Thank you again. Oh my god. Hello and welcome raiders. Today I'm playing Standard on Magic Online, featuring the deck that I've been working on this RC season. It is a very cool deck, but unfortunately, yeah, it was not strong enough for the RC. Thank you. All right. I just love that poor Oculus as a card. Hello, thank you so much for your follow. Thank you. No, my poor baby. Hello. Alright, listen, at least I saved myself 5 points. Ah, where have you been? Spell pierce, but to be fair, it was a multi-5. Hello. Do you find it still viable in the standard meta? To be honest, probably not. So I would say that it's not yet on a competitive level. I tried to make it work as much as I could, but yeah. Hopefully, maybe with Strixhaven, we'll have some changes in the meta, and then it will come back. Alright, I think I want to... Damn, I will have to deal 3 damage to myself, unfortunately. I just wanted to feature this deck because honestly I love it so much, and truly, like, I've been working on it, trying to make it competitive viable. Okay, we're good. We're good here. We're gonna bring back Oculus. We'll have Spell Pierce to protect it now. So, all is well. All is well. Boom. So during my testing, honestly, it was quite promising against green decks. But it was kind of bad against Lessons and against Prowess. Link's main deck. Well, we cannot just sit and wait for them to burn us. We need to attack. I agree. Or that Strixhaven ultimately changes or shifts the meta. Not that it's bad, you know, but maybe like Oculus will have more opportunities. And we don't really need another likeness looter here. I'm just gonna triple block. Also, like, I haven't followed the lore of this new Strixhaven, but what's up with Ral joining Silverquill? Can someone explain that to me? It is probably in the lore, but I was like, why? What happened, Ral? Private Pillage, hello, thank you so much for your follow. Dun dun dun. Okay, then. Still have 2 cards. Alright, I think I can still sit on Spell Pierce, so I'm gonna cast Overlord with Impending, then. Another option could be to just, you know, hope for a Moonshadow, like cheeky cheek, but why not? And imagine, right now, I manifest red Moonshadow and I cannot flip it. To be fair, I don't think that Spell Pierce is gonna matter that much, so, you know, just in case. Gran. Let's bring back just Emptiness. Yeah, I think that's good. That recursion. Oh! Called it! Let's go! Oh, this is so sneaky. Nice. I think the storyline involves versions of characters from alternate timelines. Ooh, okay. Alright, that's interesting for sure. Alternative pro. Okay, now it makes sense. Alright. Okay, thanks for explaining. Now it makes sense. Bum bum bum. Hello. This is the evilest thing ever. And I love it. Sweet, sweet. Moonshadow. Manifest red. Alright, another Mon red. What's going on? What's going on Magic Online? Alright, Miasmic Mist, Seam Reap. So, first game we played against Boros, and they boarded Rest in Pieces against us. So here it is just a MonoR version, but I think we can still expect something like Soul Guide Lantern, right? Which Sim Reap deals with it. Also, it's pretty easy, to be honest, to play around Soul Guide Lantern. I'm so sorry, I still have that cough. Like, I cannot. I think this should be enough. So again, the problem with Likeness Looter is that it is very vulnerable, but you can have your 7/7 Menace flying if you copy Moonshadow. Also, you can have a poor Oculus in a perfect world. Here against Mono-Red is probably not realistic, but still. I dream Overlords just because, you know, having a creature on the board is still better than, you know, tip out for this impending effect. So here we have it. Just basically adding more interaction. Okay. Yeah, it's a keep. We do have interaction. And that's fine and perfect. If I had Helping Hand, I would just skip my turn. I would just go for it. But no. And by skipping my turn, I mean that I would just skip it altogether. I would have 8 cards in my hand, so I would not make a land drop. I discard Oculus, and if it was Helping Hand, I would reanimate Oculus in my next turn. Oh, okay. This is good. But I feel like just Bitter Triumph, discard Oculus, and reanimate next turn. This is our plan. Ooh, Zhao. Missed. Plus Shrine's gonna enter tapped. I mean, we just stick to our plan. Which is, I think, good enough. So I feel like for a red egg, it's so hard to deal with a creature 5/5 with toughness 5. Why didn't they attack? They probably have lightning strike or something, right? So I'll I'm not gonna block, you know. They may still have that though, but at least after, like, for example, if I cast Mesmic Mace next turn, after I attack with Oculus, okay, they cannot do that. All right, perfect. Next turn I cast my second Oculus. Let's go. Every time I see Moonshadow manifest red, I just, you know, I just chuckle so badly. I cannot hold it. I'm just so excited about it. This is just so good. So this is 12 damage with evasion. And also I cast my second Oculus next turn. Hello. And double block. I had to do it before attacking so they could bring back card rate. GG. Alright. So Boros and MonoR. What are we gonna face next, I wonder? But I feel like historically Oculus has very favored good matchups with MonoR, with aggro decks. Draw. What do I have here? The hands are quite rough, not gonna lie. I don't want to keep a one-lander like that, no. Oh. Like here, to be honest, like like it's bad, but at least have Grand followed up by Moonshadow, and then like we'll see from there, I guess. Not that we need two likeness looters, to be honest, but okay. Here we have it. AKA worst matchup. Okay, so Grand is not gonna live, unfortunately. Is it Boros or Spellementals? Oh. Let's start with likeness looter. Because what we can do is to like discard Moonshadow and become a Moonshadow, or like we'll see. I can wait because you will be able to attack on your turn 3 still. Okay, doesn't matter. Alright, so it is prowess. After 3 sleight of hand, they finally found the talent. I mean, we could maybe cast Belmark with Impanda and bring back Gran. Or just try and stick with likeness looter for now. We could do it next turn, actually. No, I think it's a valid plan. Because next turn we can cast likeness looter. So let's imagine we attack with Gran. Oh, Oculus is there, okay. Yes, no, Oculus next turn. No, that'd be Gran. So what I mean is, next turn we attack with Gran. We discard Moonshadow. We cast likeness looter and copy Moonshadow. That's the plan. Another option, you know, we have still X. If I took Oculus, it could create some tension, so I would need to put a card into graveyard. So it's not given that I cast it next turn, and also they do have a lot of bounce spells. Thank you so much. Yeah. Hope to see you next time. Mistress Flood, hello, thank you so much for your follow. Okay, otters are just going wild. Did they have one card in hand? anything else. Oh no, what did I do? Hold on. Where's my shadow? Thank you so much. I'm going to upload it on Moxfield. I'm sorry that I do not have these commands. I uploaded the picture on my X or Twitter. So for now, I'm gonna link that post here and I'm going to upload it on Moxfield if you're interested. On the cast object, I think they just need to upgrade the class and maybe bounce my creature to just push damage. Yeah, that's what they're doing for next turn. What I can do now is to copy Oculus. The thing is that they're most likely going to bounce it. But I could do it all over again. So I need to attack now, actually. They could, of course, bounce like a manifested creature. So that's why Likeness Lure is pretty busted. You can copy any creature and any amount of times that you like, actually. You can copy new creatures. One restriction is that you have to do it on your turn. Ooh. 3 cards, okay. Sure. So if I attack for 5 now, they'll be at 7, and maybe next turn it will be enough for me to kill them. So I need to attack, I think. Otherwise, they will just outgrind me with those talents. They still have 2 cards in hand. At least now I think I have a chance. That'll be Swamp. Eight is not a lot, like, at all. And I have 1 blocker. Oh, they were 13? They were 13. It was counted. Oh. So, as I usually do, I'm going to upload this VOD on my YouTube channel, which is at Mr. and Mrs. Spike. I will, of course, post all of the links in the description box over there, so if you are interested, you can get back to it later, watch it again, check out the deck list, and all the good stuff. Oh, shit. Is it another talent? Okay. And next our Overlord is gonna be active, but I should have, you know, should have attacked. I'm blocking. I am blocking. How many lands in a row? I shouldn't attack now. Need to finally find something. And 2 more lands on top deck. Okay, at least I'm glad that I could filter them. But honestly, there's just too many lands. Speaking of flood, right? 8. Oh, what happened? How come I miscalculated that? Because that turn I should have copied Moonshadow again, deal damage, go to, so they would be at what, at 6 right now. Copy Oculus again, back turn, and now, you know, it would probably be my game last turn. Oh well. So even if they bounce Likeness Looter or Oculus. Yeah, they probably need to do that. So, they will have to champ now. So I'm just going to attack like this. Likeness Looter and Oculus. Let me just... Oh, it wouldn't be enough. No, Likeness Looter is going to be Moonshadow then. I'll bring back Oculus. Or I could bring back... Yeah. I have 5 cards in hand though. Another Oculus. It'll be emptiness. It's like a very rare occasion where it has emptiness. Well, actually, I should have put emptiness into graveyard, so next turn I bring him back, but basically they have to kill me this turn, or it's a GG, so it doesn't matter at this point, but if you play it correctly. Okay. The madness. I have enough mana for everything, so 3 mana Oculus, 2 mana Looter, into Moonshadow, I guess, right? Do I have another Thunderflock? But this just, oh my god, so they combine both Spellementals and Prowess in their deck. Insane. Alright, yeah. I don't want to deal myself damage, so let's cast Oculus first. Yeah. Okay. Temple Shrine. Okay. Sanderflog, dang it. Sometimes people go too far in trying to get an edge in the promise mirrors. I mean, playing both Storm Chaser Sounds and Thunderflog, and now they cast another one. Okay. I'll have to champ now. But what a game. Yeah, now just burst lightning. They like to toy around. Burst lightning, help me. I'm gonna scoop. I mean, I could still like recast it all over again. Da da da. But most likely they're, you know, they either bounce Eddie, bounce my table, or whatever. I should have just taken burst lightning to make things easier. Anyway, that was unexpected. Thunderflog. Like Eddie, okay. But Thunderflog, yeah. Could not expect that. Oh my god. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. Let's just trim Oculus. Those flanker, sure, we need that. Oh, Disciple Stroke. Should be good. Now, like, against normal prowess, I would board in Miasmic Mist, but here, I'm like, what was that about? Spell Pierce should be good. Like, Overlords as well, trim that. We're in Sim Reap. And trim an Emptiness as well. And Knife Trick, maybe? Because Sim Reap into the talent is very good. Like, this hand is just, it's okay, but it is underwhelming. Let's start with Shrine, and then like Verge. Ideally Looter, or we could wait to cast Looter with Spell Pierce. Sure. Okay. This is nice. Yeah, I think I like that. So I'm still gonna drop Verge so we could have access to Spell Pierce. Hex into Otter. A little bit slow, but to be fair, if we cast Likeness Looter, we just expose it. It is very vulnerable and ultimately doesn't do much right now. I think I want to hex it. I don't know. Just islands. Interesting. Okay, now we protect our looter. Really good. All right. Oh, Mangu! Hello, hello. Oh, you're back. Hello, thank you so much for your raid. Hello and welcome, raiders. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot. All right. Yeah, so let's just Riddler, draw a fountain, and pass the turn. Nothing to copy with our looter. Oh, the 4! Oh my god! You guys! Hello, hello! Oh, thank you so much for your raids. Oh, I cannot. Oh. Thank you so much. So here I'm playing standard on Magic Online, as you can see, featuring Esper Oculus, the deck that I've been working on the preparation of this past RC. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for your follow. Thank you for the raids, guys. Oh, thank you so much. Hope you had both wonderful streams. Mango, hope you had fun in Thailand on the grind. Contra 13, thank you so much for a follow. Hi, Defore. Yes, I've been cooking. I did not succeed with this deck, unfortunately. It proved to be not competitive viable, like not strong enough. But still, it is such a fun deck, so I wanted to feature it, wanted to showcase it. Because here I have Gran as my 1-drop. And like, yeah, it is pretty linear, straightforward strategy with Oculus. It is a Reanimator deck. So, if you have Gran in turn 1, you discard Oculus, you reanimate Oculus. So like, turn 2 Oculus is possible with this deck. Also, I have Likeness Looter, and like here you can see it. Also, pretty neat strategies, pretty neat synergies with Moonshadow, because you can copy Moonshadow, and here all of a sudden you have a creature 7/7 Flying Menace. Pretty strong. You can copy Oculus as well. So, yeah. Here I'm playing against a hybrid of Prowess and Spellementals. So, game 1, in the main deck, they had Thunderflock. So, okay, Eddie, like, everybody's playing Eddie now, main deck, but Thunderflock with Storm Chaser Silence, I was like, excuse me. Yeah, Oculus, yeah, is awkward in all the bounce. That's true. That's why, you know, unfortunately, it's not as strong currently in the meta. Prowess is probably the worst matchup just because of all the bounce spells. But, here in today's league, I already played 2 matches versus Boros and MonoR, and it's just, you know, chef's kiss. It's all good against just red decks, but against Prowess it is, yeah, pretty bad. So now what we can do, I think we need to freaking kill this Earth Elemental, because what usually follows is Cinderflog. So we could like discard a land, Warp Riddler, loot again. Let's do this. Oh, Granny. Nice. Let me just watch her grave. Okay. That was a good turn for me. I drew a lot of cards. At least there's that. Oculus versus Momo. You know, yesterday... Oh, what the heck? Time explosion. My opponent is cooking, for sure. So yeah, yesterday I played against Oculus. It was like an Azorius version, basically. They played black mana too, but I haven't seen any black spells. And they played Momo. So they played Momo, they played Duelist of the Mind, they played Riddlers, they played Scholar, and like within all of that looting package, they also have Oculus with Leonardo's what was it? What's it called? Leonardo's Technique. This card, this new card. So I thought that, you know, it was a fun idea. It was a fun shell for sure. Something to try on. Like maybe more resilient, just because basically you have all the flyers and Oculus is just a bonus. Oh well. We have Riddlers. You know, Riddlers, they can always save you, basically. Also, I probably need to, yeah, I thought about it. Instant regret. I needed to leave Water Grave untapped, so I could have access both to Spell Pierce and Hex. So they play Ill-Time Explosion, or did they just board it in? And they didn't even cut the talent. Also, I don't know, it is a very, very confusing build. Interesting. Probably should just cast Riddler, I think. Like, there is nothing really in my graveyard. Yeah. Just Riddler. Now live in that water grave. Okay. I mean, I also play a spicy deck, but their deck is like utterly confusing because it is like a meta deck, but they've put a very spicy twist on it. Dang it. Okay. All the spell pierces and still no hope. What is that? Okay, no. No. Too greedy. Oh man, I still have this talent though. Alright. Now what I can do is probably I need to cast as is the Overlord. What do we have here? Just Riddler, I think. Another option could be Likeness Looter, so we could copy Moonshadow and like it holds everything. Okay, I like that idea. For the next turn. Now what? Now probably just Grand, you know? Warping Riddler doesn't do much right now. A lot of cards in hand. That was a good top deck, dang it. Kali Galetta, thank you so much for a follow. Hello. It's like I talk too much. I'm under 5 minutes. Alright, so I think I'll just need to... I need to play faster first of all. Let's do the thing that I wanted to do first. Just copy Moonshadow. Boom. I do have a flyer, 7/7. They want to go down to 5. If they have another... We're dead. They have another... Oh, we're dead anyways. We're dead anyways. I needed to drop it untapped. Alright. Oh yeah, they have 2 cards in hand, so... GG. Nothing. Alright, good game, good game. That's Thunderflock main deck. That was definitely interesting. I guess that's the thing with closed deck list. Like, your opponent wouldn't expect that at all. Like, at all. Because you play just normal prowess. To be fair, like, I had my doubts because I haven't seen Slick Shot, and I was like, but okay, like, it happens. Nor Elusive Otter, just, you know, a bunch of Storm Chasers talent. They've cast 3, by the way. They've cast 3. Game 1. So I was like, okay. Eddie, sure. But then Thunderflock, I was like, whoa. Oh. Alright. Everybody's targeting prowess, I guess. Or trying to get an edge, right? If they are playing, is it? Okay, let's go. Yes, please. Let's play first. What do I have here? Oh man, these hands though. But okay. 2 Grand Grands and 2 Likeness Looters. Alright, we go first. Let's go, Granny. Laritas, hello. Thank you so much for follow. Oh no, I do not have Man Traders coupon, unfortunately. But I do have a play coupon now, 10% off with the code Worldly if you need to buy new gear. Bah. Alright, I need a land drop anyways. Steam bans, like, I don't like this land drop already. Okay. We're playing against Spellementals again. I don't know about Magic Online, but oh, planes! Alright, so this may be just Sky Control. So Magic Arena, a lot of people play Spellementals. People like Spellementals on Magic Arena for some reason. Helix. Alright. We could, you know, Likeness Looter and copy Grand for now. The good thing about Likeness Looter is that you can copy any creature, like you can copy it all over again. What am I playing against? Just this multicolored control. Have like all of the removal useless piling on in my hand. Useless in this matchup. Which is unfortunate, but it happens. This is interesting. I mean, Yeah, because still I have nothing else to do. I'm gonna copy Gran again. Because why not? Oh, this game is miserable. Also no Overlord of the Baelmer for that recursion, for that card flow. Poor Granny. Two cards in hand. Just drop it. Another one? No. What's that? Banshee, I guess. Okay, we're going to hex it. Hex immediately. Yeah, I guess. What else is there for us, right? But we cannot win this. At this stage, they have 5 cards in hand. Sky Revelation. I'm gonna scoop because it's just, yeah. Sin loss. Warden Riddlers. Strokes. What else? The rest. And we're gonna trim our graveyard interaction. Here's already good, so help in hands. Oculus. Just one emptiness. And oh, we don't need like no, we don't need all of that. So okay, let's have Overlord. Let's bring back maybe Oculus emptiness. What else we might need? So Bitter Triumph is good. I mean, it's okay. They still like they play a Banshee Tongue. What else? They may board in. I don't know. Most likely they're gonna board in Great Hate, I would assume. Let's try this. Okay, again. When we face situation where we cannot find our pieces, like our strong cards, but okay. Turn 1 Granny is always good. Well, let's attack. Too many. Just debating. Likeness Looter doesn't do much, but we can activate it at least next turn, so just add in more pressure. Like this can wait probably. Hello there, thank you so much for a follow. Let's attack with Granny. Oh my god. All of the lands. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I already have 2 blue. We're gonna have 2 white, 2 black. Ooh, this is sweet. Can actually discard it next turn, so I'm not gonna cast it. What I would want to do is to discard it, become Moonshadow. Well, let's see. This is a very vulnerable situation, I think, before we get going. Okay, so I'll just cast it as a creature and Overlord of Baelmerk. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, let's bring Likeness Looter back and just cast Granny. Pretty straightforward for us. Okay. Sorry, I do not have this command, so I posted my deck list here on XR Twitter. Oh my god, another Fire Magic. It's good that we have. I'm going to upload it on Moxfield, and then we can check out my YouTube maybe later. I will post everything in the description box if you want to give it a go as well. Alright, so they're fully tapped. Let's just Looter into Moonshadow, honestly. Where is Oculus? I know, I mean, I know that I trimmed it, but in this situation, it would be nice to finally draw it. Exile. Alright. I Exiled, unfortunately. What do we have? We can do it again. So this is a very like stubborn deck in that sense, but now it doesn't seem that impactful, unfortunately. I mean, it's not nothing. Like, you still have to deal with that 7/7 Fine Menace. Mm-hmm. Oof. Rest in peace. They found it. Well, yeah. Nothing I can do. Alright. At least we got our 7/7 Flying Menace. I guessed it. Why not? I'll just fingers crossed that it's not a sweeper, but probably it is. One consolation is that we'll have Overlord of the Mailmark, second one active next turn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. That's just insult to injury. Alrighty. Consult. Okay, yeah. You cannot win against it. Sure. Now they have all the card advantage in the world. They just need to find their win con. No, my poor granny. Too late. Too late. Now? Just got a revelation. Oh, that cast. I'm gonna scoop because like there is no way. Yeah. I mean, Even if I recast it. Dun, 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 dun. Just gonna pass the turn. Looks like I'm at 9. Very low. What's that? Alright, GG. That was utterly miserable for my poor deck. So I won 2 matches against Boros and against MonoR. So not Boros Dragons though, just, you know, Boros Aggro. Lost to this weird combination of prowess and Spellementals. And now against Multicolor's Control. So, you know, it kind of shows where the deck stands pretty well. Please give me a break. Why can't I have good story in hand? Ooh. This is like tough. Who goes first? My opponent. So let's keep it. I don't know. Let's keep it. Do 1 spell pierce? Not that we... Oh, I don't know. Okay. It's pretty bad as is. Another is a deck. Oh, we're playing against lessons. Oh, that's gonna be tough. You know what we can do, and I think we have to do it. Ah, it's Ivan. Oh, Ivan is my teammate. Okay. Let's yeah. Let's do the thing. All right. Now I just need that white source and... Oh, no. Maybe we'll just sit on Spell Pierce, because Gran is not gonna survive. Let's just wait for that second land so we could cast Overlord with Impending, or finally bring back Oculus. Okay, that's not scary. We need to counter the talent or the monument. That's it. At least for now. We'll wait. It's a waiting game. Because otherwise, if I cast Grand is not gonna survive. That's the problem. Land. No. Not land. Okay, you know what? I don't care about Moonshadow. Let's cast her. Grand's more valuable. So Ivan cannot drop a land either. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Land. Oh, it's a land, but it's not a land that I need. Up. So I feel like I need to Gran and just try and protect her. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh my god. It's like I have it all, but I have problems with lands, and I cannot do anything about it. Oh man, so bad. Okay, we need to attack anyways. Dang it, where is my white source? What the heck? Okay, let it be we're just Overlord, I guess. Also, I feel like I need to cast another Overlord so I could just actually cast Oculus next turn, because Looter is too vulnerable. Let's take Shadow, whatever. We can actually cast from Shadow now. Here Bakes, hey, thank you so much for a follow. All right, here we go. That hiccup with mana base was so bad. Otherwise, it could have been a very different game, sure. Currently it's 2-2, so this is like the last game of the league. Also, it's kind of funny, I got paired against a teammate. He was also playing Lessons at the RC. This mana hiccup is just, you know, this is costing me a game for sure. So now I can actually manually cast Oculus, but if Ivan has combustion technique, it doesn't matter. So let's attack still. Be likeness looter, so Moonshadow is bigger. Here we go. Here goes that thing. I mean, we are already pretty dead, I feel like. Okay. I'm just gonna pass the turn because I'm fully tapped. There was nothing I can do. Has 2 mana and Technicolor, so we are dead. I think as dead as can be. Okay, yeah. What? The third monument? This is what I call an insult to injury, like classic case. So now just, yeah, 9. It's a matter of, does he have something like, well, it actually doesn't matter, like any spell will do. I'm just dead in my turn. Yeah. Stop on upkeep. Yeah, okay. GG. Lessons. So Seam Reap is good. That was just, you know, so sad because of mana malfunction. I couldn't play normally. Okay, Cathar Commando, of course, and no. Booster Triumph goes out. Like, we just need to deal with Granny. I'm thinking, do I want to add Riddlers here? Like a couple. Trim. Just like that, maybe. Let's see. Okay. It's a fine hand. Yeah. So now it's kind of interesting. I can probably start with Moonshadow if I choose to follow up with Overlord, so like more aggro start. Granny. Well, yeah, I think just stick to the plan. The granny. Sure. Yep. No. My poor baby. Right. So Granny always attacks. Granny is not afraid of anything. Right, oh, and I must have a lot of hands. So luckily for me, no lessons being discarded. Yeah, land, I guess. How many lands now? Overlord is cooking. 2 more turns. Just lands, kind of crazy. Okay. Sure. Nice. We are trying to contain the granny. Yep. Granny is giving it all. Okay. Riddler is here. So we don't forget about him. Talent, no. We need to try at least to counter that. Ooh, Moonshadow. I cast Moonshadow. I do not cast Riddler. Let's attack. I want to cast Riddler, ultimately. Just to maximize my turn, you know? Okay. It still has like 4 cards in hand. Maybe I'll just, Grand and Moonshadow. Oh, I should have probably cast Moonshadow first. Alright. So because we haven't seen any It Will Find You, so probably they're in hand, I would assume. So it is more of a control version, so there is no Storm Chaser's talent, I think. Also Riddler. Okay. Let's attack. I think it has to be, I don't know. Let it be emptiness. So we make Moonshadow bigger. All right. Let's try. Guess it's not gonna happen. Yep. It's correct about it will quench in hand. Sure. So I think I still want to attack with Grand. Bum, 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 bum. Fortunately, it's not gonna kill Riddler. Oh. Ready. Riddler is a baby. 1/3. Oh my god. Okay. Can we get out of this? I don't know. It's going to pass now. Another Riddler, huh? So we'll have to attack all. What? Ivan doesn't have an answer to my moon shadow. What the heck? Whoa. Dang it. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So like now 3 monuments. Has to draw an answer to Moon Shadow. Okay, the engine is full and ready. Just gonna pass now. Oh my god. This is just such a crazy game. Seems like we both get unlucky in a sense. But now I think that with 2 monuments, of course, yeah. Drawing some more. Just let's see, like 22 cards. 22 cards in the graveyard. Yeah, here we go. Like, okay, at this point I cannot win. This is too much. Yeah. Honestly, what a freaking misery. Let me, maybe, just maybe, I will draw. That's 7. No. Just a grand, okay. GG. 5 cards in the letter cards, and he has 9. GG. Yeah. Nice. Seven cards left in the library. This is, you know, the kind of adrenaline that lessons players get. All right. Oh man. But you know what? At least it was, you know, it was an interesting game still. But oh my god. Like game 1 had some mana issues. Game 2, like we both couldn't like find the right play, right? Like I couldn't draw Oculus for the love of God, I don't know. Ivan got flooded, but yeah, like this is it. Anyway, it was still a fun game, and like I'm glad it was Ivan. All right, so here we have it, Esper I. Yeah, that was basically the reason why I did not choose this deck for the RC, because that Lessons matchup is pretty bad. Like, it's very hard to navigate. Like, even in the situation where it's not going great for them, and like you almost get there, but you don't. Also, prowess is pretty bad, but the rest, you know, maybe if you expect something else like aggro, just a mono red, or I don't know, it's pretty good into green, to be honest. So I was hopeful when I was testing the deck. So, you know, maybe it could be a meta choice. It is pretty neat one for the closed deck lists, I would say. And, you know, maybe not, if not for a tournament, it's just a fun deck. So this is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Just a gentle reminder, if you're not following me already, please hit that button. It would mean a lot to me. I'm going to upload this video on my YouTube channel, which is at Mr. and Mrs. Spike. And also, please give me a follow on X or Twitter at @cpgirl_, because I post all of my content over there, all of the streaming announcements and whatnot. So yeah, let's raid somebody. Oh, let's go to Ariana. The Knowledge of Magic. She's so good. She's just, you know, a gem of a person and a very good Magic player.